Hey guys, Tom here and welcome back to another vlog on the Racing Joker channel. I'm here in my garage with the WRX. I'll show you her in just a second. Clever girl is just resting, but she's been enjoying lots of good driving with the new exhaust system, along with the Grady Type S blow-off valve. Today we are celebrating something that may or may not actually be worth celebrating, but I think it's pretty cool. 500 videos. This video, unless if I can't count, is the 500th video I have ever uploaded on this channel. You can check by scrolling all the way down to the bottom of my channel page by going to the all upload section where you see all the videos I've uploaded per year and all the videos I've ever uploaded ever. So this should be the 500th video. I'm hoping that's all correct. I think that's really cool. It's quite interesting. There's 500 separate things on this YouTube channel alone that I have worked on and posted and that anyone can watch. So first off, I would just like to say I hope you guys are enjoying the Need for Speed Heat content so far. Actually, another video is going to be coming out today where I build the Huracan Performante, in case you couldn't figure out that was the car I was going to build next. So keep an eye out for that. I've been having so much fun playing that game. It's the least disappointing Need for Speed game ever. The handling model's great, the gameplay is great, it's actually addictive. I'm gonna be playing it for a long, long time. It's the best Need for Speed game within the last 10 years. And that includes Need for Speed The Run. And I enjoyed Need for Speed The Run and Need for Speed World, both of which I played a fair bit of. So this is really cool that they finally kind of figured it out. Let's hope they can keep that, because obviously they're going to keep making more games. They're not just going to do added support to this game. They'll do probably some free DLCs and some DLCs, but then they'll do another game. Hopefully they can keep this formula and improve on it and not lose it and ruin it. All right, car topics explained. This is something that I know a lot of you are very interested in because most of you are subscribed for Car Topics Explained content. I am working on a new episode. I'm working with Herschel Brewer of Scottsdale Motorsport to put together a video on a modern BMW race car. So that's really fun. Herschel's an awesome dude. He does a whole lot of stuff with official BMW race cars, official BMW race car parts. He's actually the person I'm going to be working with to build an M3 GTR homage car. So keep an eye out for that because he works with the best of the best. It's a little expensive, but who cares? It's worth it. It's not like I'm planning on selling the car, so. Another thing, you know, for those of you that like Car Topics Explained, there is a sub-series, our Car Topics Explored, if you will, where it involves going out into the field and doing research and investigation, where instead of me going out and doing research and investigation and bringing you my findings in a presentational format, we're going to be going out and interviewing people and all sorts of stuff. And when I say we, that means the channel is getting a new co-host. So keep an eye out for that. That will actually be coming out tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. It was a lot of fun to film. I'm going to be editing that tonight or tomorrow. So, well, tonight or tomorrow of me recording this. I'm recording this a little bit ahead of time. I've also got a new informational car series in the works for those of you that like Top Gear, specifically maybe the news segment, and also just like Car Topics Explained and like me. Keep an eye out for that. That should be really fun to film. There will be a lot more of that than Car Topics Explained, just because Car Topics Explained is starting to become a little less successful, and I'm trying to figure out what I can kind of do to raise the stakes and keep you guys interested. That's just how it is. But this should be very similar, just as enjoyable, if not a little more casual and a little more fun, and I'm hoping that will help. It's not going to be all flashy and lots of music and stuff like that. Just think of it like a talk show where we sit down, talk about current events, discuss them, give you guys some information, give you guys our opinions and our interpretations and that sort of stuff. Okay, now you've seen the title of the video. I decided to make a Patreon and just see how it goes. I figured it wouldn't hurt anything if I gave it a try, because if it worked, it would help a lot, because a lot of the stuff I do is very expensive. And while I can save up over time, getting support from you guys or anybody you're not obligated to would be very helpful, because a lot of the content that you guys want requires a decent amount of funding, and it would speed up the process. So, and I'm actually going to explain a few things, because for those of you that don't know, Patreon works in tiers. You can have different levels of subscriptions and all sorts of things like that with all sorts of benefits. So I'm gonna go through all of the ones that I have. And I think these are neat ideas. Like, I'll run them by you guys. If you think I should change the prices on some of them, just let me know. I've got nothing to compare this to. But for the first tier, it's just $1 a month, I guess. You will be able to join a patron-only live stream where it's basically just a kind of a just talking format. You can talk to me about just about anything. It'll probably be about cars. You can ask me car questions about Nissan Skylines, BMWs, projects I'm working on, videos I'm working on, advice for your cars, any of that sort of stuff about YouTube, how to get started on YouTube. Though I won't pretend to be an expert on that last one. I'm a little closer to being an expert on everything else. Second tier is called the producer tier. It's $5 a month. Your name will essentially be included in a credit section of the description, and you'll be listed as a producer, so it's kind of like a shout out. Your name will be immortalized in description form, where basically from this point on, anyone who is a producer, they can find their name in the description. It'll never be removed. It'll always be there. So I figured that would be kind of cool. It's kind of a basic, cheaper one. But then if you want to spend a little more and get a bigger shout out, you can be the third tier, the executive producer. It's $10 a month. Your name will appear in the end credits of the actual video as a producer. In other words, in the video, at the end of the video, after I've done my outro, or maybe even when I'm doing my outro, your name will actually appear as like title text, essentially, along with everyone else that's an executive producer. If you're the only one, it's gonna just be like Joe the Barbarian or something. I don't know why that popped into my head. And I should say, as the tiers go up and up and up, they actually include all of the previous benefits of lower tiers. So even at tier 3, you can still access the live stream, obviously. Your name will also appear in the description as well, but obviously the special thing for third tier is being in the actual video. The fourth tier is basically the same as tier 3, except you get a verbal shout out from me, where basically at the end of the video when I'm doing the outro, I say everyone that is a fourth tier supporter by saying shout out to blah 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 blah, Joe the Barbarian, Bob the Assassin, all that sort of I don't know. Whatever your usernames are, whatever your names are, you guys would get verbal shout outs from me. And that is, I think it's $20 a month. I don't actually have it written down. But obviously these prices are subject to change, but I don't want to make them too cheap, obviously, because otherwise, you know, unless if every one of you is paying me $1 a month, we have to have it be kind of significant. But then here's the interesting one. Not many of you are going to do this because it's the most expensive, but the fifth tier is called the car sponsor. And now, before you make any assumptions that makes it sound like, oh, I just want you to pay for the stuff I'm doing with my car or future cars, I actually wanted to make it where you guys could get something back in the terms of like a shout out, like previous things. You guys will also get shout outs like tier 4 in some cases, but this one's a little different. You will get a verbal shout out at the end of every video, but your name will also be immortalized by having it be put somewhere on the car that you are funding at that time. So basically, and I'll pick you guys up, for the WRX, I was thinking that anyone who becomes a car sponsor, they'd have their names just along the windshield. Windshield. Words. I got the best words. All names that are car sponsors will be put on the car, and obviously when I have an M3 E46, it'll be the same thing. For a little while I thought maybe, before I even made the Patreon account, I thought maybe it would be cool to have your names like underneath the hood, but I thought, no, that seems kind of cheap and kind of like not as good of a shout out, because then you can't see it. It makes it seem like I'm trying to hide your guys' name. I thought, no, that seems kind of lame. So anyone who does sponsor a car will have the name on it. So if you guys started sponsoring, becoming a Patreon member at the car sponsor level, your name will forever be in the list. So your name will be on this car when I get a new car and you're still a Patreon car supporter subscriber, all that sort of stuff. Your name will also be put on the next car too. And so basically it carries over. You will be grandfathered into the system. Everyone who has ever helped will have their name put on the car. And the only exception would be is that if you ended your Patreon subscription at the car sponsor level and then I started a new build, your name wouldn't be put on the car unless if you redid that subscription. But yeah, that's just to kind of speed things along. speaking of this car and what's left to do with it, it's not a whole lot left. I mean, we've got the Charge Speed body kit. I do want to put some SSR wheels on. There's the wrap, and then the S209 wing will go right here. So it'll look both modified, but also not unnecessarily unusual or overkill. It'll be, I think it'll be tasteful for a YouTuber car. But if you guys are not a fan of Patreon, I am also working on putting together some merch. I have some ideas, but I do also have to design a logo for this channel. This channel's been around since 2017, or at least the first video was uploaded on 2017. And I still don't have a logo yet. I have some ideas. It's like basically a jester symbol and two wrenches crossed together, kind of like a skull and crossbones, except it's a jester and cross wrenches, because this is the Racing Joker channel. Very clever, right? So I think that would be really cool. I'm gonna put you guys back here so my arm doesn't die. So if you don't like Patreon, there's merchandise that will be coming shortly. For now, we'll probably just try Teespring, but eventually, you know, if their quality isn't good enough, like in terms of material, we can obviously upgrade at some point. I just have to figure out how. But yeah, 500 videos. We have a Patreon now. So for those of you that want to support, I'm not asking you to, it's just for those of you that can and want to. That's all. The only things I ever ask you guys to do when it comes to the YouTube channel is please like and subscribe. I don't even think I say like anymore. I think I just say, if you think you're cool, then subscribe, because cool people subscribe to this channel, right? Right? And I just want to be transparent with you guys. Despite having 22,000 subscribers, which is awesome, I'm still very new to this whole YouTube thing, and I'm still trying to figure stuff out. And I do content about cars, and I want to be able to do more content about cars in real life. I love playing video games, but video game content takes a long time to record, a long time to edit. I'd much rather be going out, going to car shows, building cars, filming cars, reviewing cars, all that sort of stuff, traveling to other places, because I have been offered to get a conversation in front of some executives, in front of actual car manufacturers, where I could maybe be invited to somewhere like the Nürburgring to film races or even drive new cars. But trips like that cost a lot of money, so I kind of have to bide my time and do my best with the channel and see. But the Patreon was just an attempt. It feels a little bit to me even like cutting corners a little bit. I'm trying not to make it where it's like that, where I'm still giving you guys something back in return for giving me that little extra piece of support. So yeah, that's why I'm also working on merchandise, so that you guys can get a little more like something physical. But yeah, not trying to seem cheap, not trying to seem like I'm trying to take shortcuts or be greedy. Everything you guys would give me would go straight back into the channel for you guys to enjoy. It's just an idea I had and I wanted to give it a try. But yeah, well, I'm gonna go back upstairs, finish working on the Huracan Performante video, and I hope you guys are enjoying, again, all the Need for Speed Heat content. I'm very addicted to this game. Very soon, you guys will get to start joining the crew I have made. It is called the Wild Cards, so if you've got it on PC and want to join a crew with me, the Wild Cards, do it. Do it. But yeah. The videos you are watching right now are not a good representation of where I actually am in the game. I haven't finished the story yet. I'm gonna do that very soon, but I'm only doing that in Let's Play format. I've filmed a lot of videos in between where I am like unlocking cars and parts and things, and right now I'm at like level 50 and I have a McLaren P1 GTR and all that sorts of stuff. But you'll see that all very soon. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. I am Tom, the Racing Joker, and I'll see you all next time. 500 videos, 22,300 subscribers. Life's good. Got nothing to complain about. I just love talking to you guys. Take it easy and keep it crazy. I will be signing out.